Hello, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm here with my first ever Tag Tuesday video, and this is a fun collab that anybody can join in with, and it's hosted by the very lovely Handmade by Shirley, and you'll find her linked in the description box below. Now, I have been very lucky recently in the last few months to win, I think, 3 giveaways. And so I am very aware that I've got all sorts of goodies in little boxes and bags, and I should play with them and enjoy them. So this first tag that I'm making, I am using a Mandela stamp set from Woodware, which I won from Monica Wakluska. Now, I did say at the time I actually already had this in my stash and hadn't used it. It had possibly been sent to me by somebody else, or maybe I bought it because I love it. So I have actually gifted the one that Monica sent me to Anne, who won a little hidden giveaway I had, and this is the one I already had in my stash. So I've just started by heat embossing that the big Mandela stamp off the side and off the corner of this tag, and now I am adding, I heat embossed that and clear, I should say, and now I'm adding some sprays. So the colours that I've got are in the Distress Spray stain. I've got Picked Raspberry and Black Soot, and then I've got Distress Oxide Spray in Victorian Velvet, and the Distress Mica stain in Fortune Teller. So I am kind of building it up slowly. I've got my absolutely disgusting paper towel there that I'm dabbing it off if I feel there's a bit too much of anything, and then I'm also going in with my heat tool to sort of dry, and I'm trying to mop up some of that stuff that's all over my glass mat. I'm also going in with water at times to get a bit of movement and to sort of spread it around. So yeah, when I think, oh, there's a bit too much of that or a bit not enough of that, I go back in and add some more. And I'm not sure if you're meant to mix all these different types of sprays or not, but I like the effect that the oxide gives, that sort of chalkiness, and especially for a light colour, it can kind of hold its own against some of the other darker colours. And I have to say, I don't know if I didn't shake up the mica one well enough, or if I just dabbed it too much, but I don't really get very much of that mica, but I think that's user error, really. So I'm just getting rid of that glass mat because of the reflection, and then I can put my lights on again. And I'm going to go in with some stamping. So I've got a little scripty stamp that I'm just adding a wee bit to that background. And then I decide I'm going to do a bit of the Mandela stamp in black just to kind of tie that in a wee bit. And I'm not too sure what theme, apart from that Mandela, what the sort of focal point is at this point. But this is the strip that is also in the Mandela stamp set, so I decided to add a bit of that down the side just to add a bit. And then I'm going in with a bit of old black ink just to sort of darken around the edges. While I was doing it, I couldn't really see that it was doing very much, but actually when I look at it now, it is. But I don't want it to cover up that white left over with the Mandela, so I just spritz a little bit of water on that clean-ish kitchen towel and wipe it up. So I decide I'm going to do a cat theme because I am a cat lady, and I bought this stamp set recently off eBay, and it's got 2 cat stamps on, I mean, it's like postage stamps designs. So I've stamped them out, and I'm just fussy cutting in all those little divotty bits along the outside. It's like the perforation lines. They're very cute, these stamps, I have to say. So I think maybe I'll add that. And then this one is like a wee sort of, he's like a tuxedo cat with this little shirt and tie on. And I used to have a tuxedo cat, so they're very special to me. So I decide the 2 white stamps is a bit boring. So then I go in and I stamp this one on pink. And I don't think I make you watch me trim all this one out as well. I think I maybe pause the camera. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there you go. As if by magic it's cut out. So, then I decide that because I've got the postage stamps, I should have a bit of a postagey sort of theme. So I've got this Woodware stamp, which has had quite a lot of love. I'm just adding a wee bit of that. It's like when it gets franked by the post office. And then I've got this hunky-dory set with lots of different animal or pet related sentiments. So I decide to go for Meow's It Going, and the white embossing powder I've got is a wee bit rubbish for sentiments. I think I need to get a fine one. I've seen Katerina talk about having a fine embossing powder, so I think that's something I need to keep an eye out for. So anyway, I've got this silver one and I think that is okay. Although my embossing ink is drying out a bit because the first one that I stamped there, it like stuck, it sort of ripped a bit of the paper. It was too sticky. So I just cut this out. Decide where am I going to put things. I decide I need a wee bit more silver, so I've got this. I've got one of these IKEA units with cubes, and next to me it's just jam-packed full of bits of paper and card that I've used a bit of. So that's where I grabbed that bit of silver peeking out. So yeah, then I discover I've covered up that postage frank thing that I added, so I do another one. And then I decide I want to hang something off the side. I've got this little purpley coloured, what you call it, eyelet? Is that what you call it? So I stick that on there and then I make a bigger hole at the top for a ribbon and put a little silver bulb pin, is that what you call them? And then I've added a little charm to that. There you go, little kitty cat charm. And a little bit of sort of organza purpley ribbon at the top there. So that is my Tag Tuesday.